Peace and love, guys. Wanted to make another quick video talking about healing stones. I see so many people in the conscious community or the new age community, whatever. This is ancient. Spirituality is ancient. One thing that I do notice that can be, especially a newbie that's coming into this spirituality movement, and we start talking about healing stones, one of the things that I see and what I did myself is I just surround myself with stones. I just want to, find out what's going on with this stone. How could it help me in my life? So I found myself having so many stones. And if that's your preference, that's fine. But the correct and proper way to work with a stone is to literally become it, all right? To literally infuse your lifestyle, your way of thinking, remember all the properties of that, and infuse your thought process, your life with that way that stone represents, whatever aspect, all the attributes that it holds, the healing properties. And the proper way to be able to do that is to have an intimate relationship with it and to intimately get to know that particular stone. And what has worked for me is wearing it for a long time and just living it, breathing it, know why I have it on, know how it's going to help me in my life. I wore lapis azules for approximately 1 year, and every single thing that stone stood for, I became that. All right. I recently started working with pyrite, but that's only because I manifested and became one with lapis azules, that I said, you know what, I think it's time to even enhance my spiritual journey even more and deal with other materials. And what I started off with was material pyrite. I'm always working. I work with gold also. I either wear gold and another. I try not to wear no more than 3 healing stones, but the 2 that I recently worked on for a whole year was gold and lapis azules. Now I'm working with pyrite. And why did I choose pyrite? Well, first of all, I have also always been working with pyrite too, because if you look at lapis azules, it has pieces of pyrite in it. So what I didn't want to do is like transition into something that's completely foreign and like start to manifest things of confusion, maybe not necessarily bad things, but just things that weren't in line to what I was previously doing. I didn't want to make such a drastic change. It's just like life. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go from living in, one town to wake up the next day and you're in another town. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to gradually work your way up to that, plan, maybe save money for it, look online and find areas to live in. So basically I'm saying it's a process. It's not something that you just jump into. So I've always worked with pyrite, being that it is specks of it in lapis azules. So it wasn't super dramatic, but now what I've done is I've amplified that particular energy by specifically wearing more of it. And I'm not saying that I'm completely done with lapis azules. What'll start to happen, and this is how you become very familiar with stones and understanding how they work in your life. When you remove that stone and you don't wear it as much, not necessarily remove it from your life, when you don't wear it as much, you're able to realize the absentee of what that particular stone brought to your life. And you may be able to have evolved so much that you become a master of it yourself. You've embodied that particular stone, so you're able to pull from just like when you're a child, the way you're brought up and the things that you've been brought up to know, it basically mold and shape how you are. And you're with your parents at first because that's your main source of knowledge and that's who you're with, and but when you grow up and you become an adult, you separate from your parents, but you still carry those same values. That's the same concept with the fact that I've taken lapis azules off. I'm going to become a master of myself without wearing the stone, and be able to pull from the conjured energy that I held with that particular stone. I was so intimate with that stone, and I'll be able to pull that into my life when I see the absentee of it. Now, in a particular case where you find yourself still lacking a little bit, you can once again go back to that stone and have a better intimate relationship. Just like in life, if you find yourself in tough situations, you may go to your mother or your father or an elder for advice. Same thing, same concept when you talk about healing stones. So what I made this video is to simply say that you need to pick 2-3 stones maybe to really have, over the course of a few years, have a very intimate relationship with those stones. First of all, when picking them, pick the ones that you feel is going to most benefit you and what you're trying to accomplish in your life. What you're trying to accomplish in 2 years may change from what you're trying to accomplish in 5 years. What you're trying to accomplish in 5 years may completely change to what you're trying to accomplish in 10 years. So you have to incorporate those healing powers in your life at the appropriate times, and you don't necessarily need a whole ton of different stones to do that. It's just like in life, you see particular things that may not be just, for you. You respect other people's decision, of course, that they do those things, but it might not necessarily be for you. Same thing in the healing stone world. Maybe in your lifetime, you might find 10 stones on your whole entire life that you only work with, even though there are, hundreds. So I just wanted to put a little bit of knowledge out there. So you'll probably be seeing me more so wearing my pyrite now. I wore my lapis lazuli for a complete year, but like I said, I made the transition over to wear more of pyrite because I put myself in that energy of lapis lazuli, knowing the fact that I'm a goddess, knowing the fact that I am a creator, knowing the fact that I have divine around me, surrounding me, and they're working for my greatest good. Knowing that and embodying that stone, I still have it, even though you don't necessarily see it on me. But now that I put myself in that mentality of knowing how powerful and strong I am, now I'm going to amplify the aspect of that particular stone, weighing pyrite, and go out there and get my abundance.